Hey, you guys, happy Monday. Welcome to Love and Pain Podcast, where we talk about life, love, and everything in between. I'm your host, single guy advisor, Pain. Nice to meet you guys. I'm on a quest for love and balance, all right? And also, we have Chuck. Take it away, Chuck.
What's happening, everybody? I hope that everybody had a good weekend. I know I did. And like she said, I am a person that is recommitted to being faithful and doing it right this time. I had a second chance and I took it.
Mhm.
You know, I was just so glad. I mean, like I said, if my past, if I was judged on my past, then I would have never got a chance. But I just thank goodness that I got a second chance and now I can do it right because I've done all the messed up things that a guy could do as far as not being faithful. And now I've recommitted and hey, I'm ready to live the rest of my life happy. This is the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The NFL, and I'm bringing it home.
Thank you, Love Doctor, for bringing it home for us, okay? And if
Right.
this is your first time watching us, thank you so much for watching us. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Lala. Don't forget
What's
our
up?
YouTubers and everyone else. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that every time that we go live, you're made aware of it. So let's go. How are you doing, Love Doctor?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing really good.
Yeah, you're in my neck of the woods. We hanging out
Yes.
tomorrow for a little bit. We gonna go eat a little num num
Oh
nums.
yeah. Definitely. We gotta link up and kick it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, catch up and everything, get everything, move on to the next level. You know what I mean? So let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget for everybody else, even if you do or if you do not, tomorrow is the official election day. So if you are going to vote, go vote. If you're not, okay, but be careful because traffic is gonna be wild
That's right. That's right.
tomorrow. So, how was your weekend?
My weekend's going good. Got to see some family. Um, like I said, I'm here in town now. This is the first time that I've actually visited Columbus and had to stay in a hotel room. But that's where
Oh,
we at right now. We had a couple things, so it wasn't no bed available for me.
aw.
It's all good though. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's cool. It's just something, just coming in from and just staying, as this is the first time that I could ever remember me having to be here and be in a hotel room. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Like I said, I missed like I said, family and pizza is the two things that I miss about Columbus. That's it. Family and pizza.
Okay.
If it wasn't for that, there wouldn't be no reason for me to come back here. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow, that must be some good pizza for you to come back because I'm not coming back for no pizza.
yeah,
You telling
sure.
me you got New York pizza, Chicago pizza, and no Columbus
Mm-mm.
pizzas? What does it for you?
Trust me, we take it for granted, but Columbus pizza is the absolute. I'm telling you, it is the most unique pizza that we have in the country.
Mm,
You can't find it nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? And every time I go out of
mm,
town, I try to find a spot, and it just ain't hitting. Like it's that thin crust, edge to edge, that we don't. Nobody else has that. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Nobody else has it.
I am a thin crust edge to edge person.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, Lava said this is gonna be a good top. Yeah, this is gonna be a good topic
Oh
today.
yes.
Yes, it is. We're gonna get to it shortly, y'all. So we appreciate y'all tuning in every week, really. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're gonna have a great topic today. First of all, we're just gonna go through a couple current events real quick. First of all, we're just gonna give a
That's
shout out.
right.
Give a shout out to Quincy Jones. He just passed away. Um,
Oh,
he was a legend. I think he was 91 years old. And I mean, it's
91.
just
Yes.
what he's done to the music game. I mean, he really had a high impact on the music game, and what he did with the Jacksons, and I mean, he's just a bad boy. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? You got to give him props where props
Hmm.
is due. So props to Quincy Jones. He was definitely a legend.
Definitely a legend.
So all right, so let's go to one of our topics here. We're gonna get through these real quick, and then we're gonna get to our topic. Okay, first thing, if anybody known, Big Meech just got released,
What?
and now, Yeah, he just got released, and he just got some veneers put in. I guess he had a missing tooth or whatever the case may be, but now
Mhm.
he got his little teeth and stuff, teeth game together. So you just expect him to be on a lot of interviews. He gonna make a lot of money. Whoever gets him for those interviews, he gonna get paid off the bat because he's a legendary. We glorify the dope game, and whoever rises to the top of it, he was one of the legends. People always talk about it. That 50 Cent made a whole series about him. Been documentaries. So just look for him. Y'all gonna be seeing him a lot. He got his teeth together now, so he gonna be. Just watch out for him. He just did, I think, 20 years. So yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he did 20 years.
I gotta go do some research on him later on tonight. It's part of my true crime research. So yes, Big Meech. Oh,
Right.
that's who is it? Rick Ross. They call me Big Meech. Oh,
Yeah.
Larry Hoover.
Right.
I remember that one.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, look for him. He's gonna definitely be out here. And like I said, the way they was just blowing money. I mean, this dude would go to the club and drop $100,000 at the club a night, and he brag about it like, oh, it ain't go. We can't take it with us. You know what I'm saying? We might as well just spend it. Like, I mean, he was just this dude was he couldn't wait to get busted. Like, who does that?
Right?
Straight up. Yeah, he's straight
up. 100,000 a night
at the strip club. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Right. So
I wish that we our black men who get into the game, like, I'd rather you not. But if you have to get into the to the drug game, like, be smart. Can you imagine, like, you just get in there, you make 100,000 a night, you can put that in some CDs, put that in life insurance policy. You out here living a rough life. You're gonna die, sooner than later. You might as well have a life insurance. We could be so ahead by so much if our black drug dealers would just pull it together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Absolutely. All right, let's go to our next piece here. We're gonna stop this one.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let's go to our next one. Okay, it's been a thing on. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Angel Reese, she had won a national championship, not this year but last year, and then this is her rookie year in the NBA. And as you can see, I mean, she's out here, she's busting down, looking real thotty. And she just be, she be naked out here. You know what I'm saying? She about 6'5", you know what I'm saying? And she said that she wants to marry a guy that's at least 6'7" in the NBA. That's been one of her things that she said she wanted. She was on some type of interview with Shaq, and Shaq said that, that he dreamed about her having dunking in a uniform that she had on, like a swimsuit or whatever the case may be. She had on some show, Wild 'N Out or something like that. And she got, really like offended by it, and she felt uncomfortable. She said, "Look, my thing is, listen, man, really, you making people feel uncomfortable. If you have naked, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. If you want respect, man, don't have your body out and then don't expect somebody to say something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got your cheek game out and somebody be like, oh man, you thick, and then what you mean? Like, don't show your butt if you don't want nobody to talk about it. Like, come on, man. Let's have some. There's no morals. No, somebody should be able to, like, if you out there like that, somebody's gonna say something. So don't expect people not to say something. Shaq said something about that. She got offended, and it's gone viral about that. You know what I'm saying? Shaq's been known to be a creep. He got a 21-year-old girlfriend right now. So, but if you have some self-respect, she taking pictures, but she got her panties and bra on. Come on, man.
That's a swimsuit, dude. She's taking a picture in a swimsuit.
Okay, so if you show your body, nobody's supposed to touch you, of course, but people are going to comment on it if you butt naked. Like, you expect somebody not to say that? Come on.
First of all, you don't. Why do you have to say something? Like, what is it inside of you that says she's naked? I got to say something. Like, what is that inside of you that makes you feel like you have to make a comment, especially if she didn't ask you for the comment? And then like, Shaq, is an older dude. He's there's this thing going around that as you get older, as an older man, that because you're always attractive because you got money and da. And like for some women, yeah, but for some women, you still old. I got money, you got money, you old, and like it's attractiveness. And then on top, if this is Shaq, I can see if this was some random ninja off the street who's uncouth. If it was one of you, a individual who hasn't been around people before, I could see that. But this is a dude who I think he was like coming off like as a uncle, elder, like hey, I'm here for you if you need. Like he's coming off as a mentor type of dude, and then later it's like, hey girl, I've been dreaming about you. And he got a girl too. And it's so many things in there. So yeah, I agree with her. Like, I can see why she might not want Shaquille O'Neal to comment on her.
Oh my God. Champagne. Listen to me. And let
Mhm.
me tell you, all the females out there, listen.
Mm.
There is something called sexual attraction in human nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the way that the dress code is these days, when women are butt naked, it's savagery. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a tease. God has made you guys with tremendous bodies. I can't front. Even though, like I said, I'm looking at this here, her body really ain't all that compared to, it's average. All right. I'm gonna just say that it's average. You know what I'm saying? She's in shape. She's a professional athlete. For a professional athlete, her butt ain't that big, her chest, she ain't clocking like that. But all I'm saying is, listen, you're still a female, and the natural inclination for a guy is to be attracted to you. And with you guys putting it all out there like that causes something subconsciously in guys' minds, man. That's not a good way to dress, man. Seriously, you butt naked. So it's like now we supposed to just accept that all in our face, and you know what I'm saying, and it brings something out in men. I mean, it's natural. You're like, oh well, why are you saying something about it? Listen,
She's not butt naked in front of him. She wasn't wearing that when he was talking to her, was he?
She still was wearing it in public. It don't matter.
Okay, but she wasn't wearing it in that sit up. So the fact that
she was wearing something like sexy, whatever, but it wasn't panties and
But she's
bra.
not. She's wearing this. She's not wearing a swimsuit like she was wearing when she was talking to Shaq. She was still looking attractive.
She still. It don't matter. She still wore it, and somebody said something about it. If a lot of times when women listen, this is what I found too. When women got like real big butts, right, naturally, a lot of times when they go in public, they be wearing like, they'll wear the hoodie and they'll tie it up in the front by the sleeve so don't nobody really look at their butt because they don't want that attention. But if you want attention, you're going to show it. She wants attention for her body. That's why she's doing it. Let's not be stupid.
Not from Shaq.
It don't matter. She did
it. It kind of does.
She should have did it personally to just a private audience.
Yes, seriously, Lala. Yes. Right. Just because you find something, if I find a young man and he has an amazing body, like dude is solid, and he's like 21, 22, and he's over here taking pictures with his shirt off, he's looking like sexy. We're out in public, and that's not the scene, and that's not the setup. I don't need to make a comment on that because that's not the scene. That there's a time and place for everything. So the fact that we feel like, okay, we only have a one-track mind, and that once I see you for this, I can't see you as anything else. That's a defect. I mean, Jesus.
It's a defect.
That's a defect that you feel like I see. You sit here and talk about people have passed. You've done things in the past. And if people were to look at you the same way all the time with the one time or a couple times they've seen you before, you would not have gotten the chance that you've gotten today. So you're telling me he saw her like this. He will always view her like this. He will never view her as anything else. He can't view her as a way to talk to her like an appropriate individual. Again, I could see if she was all over Shaq, if she was over here sending him little flirty messages, putting her hand. Like, I will be there, Chuck. I will be there. But she put out a picture that probably wasn't for Shaq. That was probably for another young individual. And she felt creeped out when Shaq got creepy with her. And she didn't even invite that onto him. She didn't let him know that she was in. She even released a text showing that she was not trying to come after Shaq. And Shaq is just really creepy. Yes, you can call that creepy. Absolutely, yes. She's allowed to wear a swimsuit. She's allowed to show her body.
All I'm saying is this is savage behavior. Women out here butt naked and enticing men and then playing victim later. That's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. If you don't want that attention, Don't show your body butt naked in front of the world to see. That's why people have a misconception of women that, you know, it's so easy and everything. You know, for Black women, they're the easiest to get on. When y'all go to like the Bahamas on girls trips, the Jamaican dudes be all on y'all because y'all putting yourself out there like y'all some hoes. I'm just saying.
Every race puts themselves out there.
No, not European and
yes,
Black women. Yeah, nope. Exactly. European and Black women are the two most out there people out there on this earth. Nobody else put yourself out there like that. Straight
Untrue.
up.
Untrue.
Who's more savage?
Untrue. All
who's more savage?
You're on the internet. There's a whole entire website.
Who sets the trend? Who sets the trend?
Set the trend.
European,
set the trend.
European and American women set the trends. Sorry, I'm just saying, y'all putting yourself out there, man. Like I said, okay, but listen, like I said, y'all ain't trying to understand the viewpoint of a guy. I'm just saying, if you out there half naked, you're going to get attention. That's all I'm saying. If you can take it or leave it alone. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For real.
I don't think she minds the attention.
That's attention.
I
what are you
don't
talking
think she
about?
minds the attention.
That is attention.
Men feel like y'all feel like if a woman does something, she does it for you. She's not thinking about Shaq. You guys take it upon yourself to say, oh, she naked, she want me. And the way that you guys create like this fantasy, it's really crazy. It's really, I remember
it ain't about fantasy. What are you talking about?
It is. You create.
No, it's not.
For him to make that comment to her.
It's not a fantasy. Right. He said, but what I'm saying is, if I can see it, it's not a fantasy. It's not like, okay, if you got a nice little shape on like a catsuit or something, and then I'm fantasizing about what it looks like underneath that. That's a fantasy. But if you're butt naked, it's not a fantasy. It's in my face. It's not fantasy. I'm seeing you butt naked, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, and what is attention? Somebody saying something about it. It ain't just somebody looking at you. You want attention. You want people to be like, oh, she cold, whatever. It's just it came from the wrong person. But remember, she showed it in front of the world. So, I mean, listen, you get back from the world what you put out there. If you want to be butt naked, that's on you, man. I'm just saying, there's no morals in society. Everything goes.
It's crazy that once women started doing things and moving their own agenda, exactly like they always show their body. They have naked collars.
Yeah, we're acting just like Europeans. Exactly. Thank you. That's my point. Exactly.
No, that is not your point.
Yes, we are.
It's crazy that all of a sudden, like when Black women are just like, okay, we're gonna do it this way. Morals is gone, right? Morals is gone. When we were slobbing on knobs and when we were Uncle Lukeing it was cool. When men, in fact, when we had pimps, you know, we got glorified pimp, Superfly pimps were great. When men were pimping out women's body, it was okay. It was like, okay, you know, we've got some issues, but not all men are like that. Now you have some women who are just like, okay, well, this is how I'm gonna live my life. Oh my goodness, you guys are just throwing off all of humanity, just immoral. It's crazy. Look, he could make a comment on her body, like you said. Okay, he can make a comment on her body, but that means that she can look and say, "Ugh, that's gross" for you to make that comment to me.
Okay,
so if he's gonna make that comment to her, she's gonna make that comment that is gross.
All I'm saying is, if you don't want nobody to make a comment on it, then don't show it for everybody, or they going. It's just like you being out in public. Once you're in public, you're subject to ridicule. You know what I'm saying? Not like I said, he found that she was sexy. She didn't think that you're dressing sexy, but you're mad that somebody says that you were sexy. Like,
no, she's mad that Shaq said it. If someone else said who she was attracted to,
well, that's hypocrisy. Then it don't matter.
It's not hypocrisy. I don't have to feel flattered because someone I'm not attracted to gives me a compliment.
What are you talking about?
And then on top of that, like I said, Shaq has been in her text, so she's probably like, "Oh my gosh, no!"
She's She just want attention, man. Like whatever. But this is the common reason, like I said, why is issues. Like I said, you putting yourself out there. I'm not looking at you as no wife. You didn't show the whole world your body. These would be some pictures that my wife sends me, or whatever the case may be. Someone, my significant other. I would not want to marry somebody that does that. I would not look at her as a wife.
Every day.
Yeah, they do, but you know what? They don't last. That's why marriages don't last. Anyway, let's move on. We agree to disagree as normal. So let's
What's
move
the next
on.
topic?
And let's get to our topic. Hold on 1 second. We're going to key this thing up here. Hold on one second. Okay. So today's topic is, hold on one second. Let me put it up here. All right. Can friends with benefits turn into a solid relationship? Okay. Oh. Now listen. All right. Let's get to it.
Okay.
All right. Now remember, the way this day and age is, just like we talked about just with old girl, things are different now. After we've loved and lost and searched for love for so long, people really aren't looking for relationships. A lot of times people start off compartmentalizing companionship. So they just want the good part of you, that they, or to self, if I see a woman, I may not want her to be my woman, but I want to have sex with her. So we might start off by having sex. Most relationships nowadays are starting off sex first, relationships last, and which is crazy, but that's what's happening. It's happening a lot. Okay. So sometimes when you meet somebody that you just might want to have sex with in the beginning, you realize that they have more qualities than just sex. And that's how sometimes relationships start. I've done this a couple times. I met some girl, what I'm saying? Like I was telling you before, she wasn't dressing all sexy and stuff. But when she peeled down off of that sweatsuit, oh my God, she had a body. Woo! You know what I'm saying? So we started off, with our thing sexual, and it actually progressed into a relationship. You know what I'm saying? After we had mind-blowing sex with each other, she passed the remote. You know what I'm saying? I was chilling. She treated me all nice. I was like, shit, I can get comfortable here. Shit, you know what I'm saying? We got good sex, and we're, you know what I'm saying, and everything is clicking. We actually have chemistry. So sometimes things can start off like this because everything is not traditional now. Like I said, back in the day, we used to start off, now with friends with benefits, it would be the last thing that you would get. You got to meet the family. You got to talk to dad. And you gotta, you have to be vetted first. You know what I'm saying? You have to do your due diligence, find out what type of family they had. This was the traditional way before nowadays. But now it's just like, hey, if they cute, everything is surface level, we'll start this sexual relationship. And then, if everything goes good, then, if the sex and everything check out, then we'll get into a relationship. So it's not the traditional way anymore like it used to be. I think, like I said, it's not like you're buying a car where, you're going to need to test drive it and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But women aren't virgins. Guys aren't virgins. People are doing threesomes in middle school now. People are very much advanced, way more than they were back in the day. So it's a lot harder to actually, start off the traditional way. So now this friends with benefit thing is probably the standard now, where you meet somebody, if y'all cool, when y'all vibe, y'all spend with time with each other, and then it progresses into a relationship. It's messed up that it has to be like that way, but I think that this is the standard right now. Is that how most of your relationships start off? Or, have you went through where you vetted somebody and, before you took it to the next level, or does it kind of progress, from a friendship with benefits into a relationship?
All different ones. Some were friends with benefit situations. But in my friends with benefit situation, it never became more than friends with benefits. So like that was all it was. Like it was very known. It was very clear. Even though I grew feelings, and thought that he would grow feelings, that did not, go. Some guys they have an idea of where they already want you to be. And you're just stuck in that, for a grip. Like there's nothing you can do to come out of that box, whatever that might look, or just might not be for them. But I've only really did the friends with benefit thing like once or twice. It's I don't have anything against it actually. I think that depending on the individuals who are involved, their wants and their needs, it might not really be something that they're really into. I'll say twice. I've been in friends with benefit situation twice. And one of them, I wanted a relationship out of it and it didn't happen. And then the other one, I didn't really want a relationship because I knew what type of individual he was. Which it wasn't a, he's not a bad guy. He's actually a really, really good guy. But there was just things in him that I saw that wouldn't mesh with who they call them best friends. No, they do not. they do not call them best friends. Some are just sleeping
They
with
call
their
them
best
friends. Don't tell the truth. Oh, this is my
Oh
friend.
yeah, they're friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think it depends on how you view sex. I think if you view sex as something that's ultra um private, is ultra sacred, it's only between someone you love, then a friends with benefit situation may not be for you. If you view sex as more so an activity, like just sometimes I just got this itch, I need to get scratched, you might be more likely to do a friends with benefit situation will work out for you. I I just think I think it just really depends on what you want. If you want to get married and you're looking at wanting to get married to somebody and you want to settle down, I don't think a friends with benefit situation is what you want, because this person, um, and I don't want to just put it on. I used to just say because men know how to compartmentalize, and because men, and that's not the case. It just depends on the individual, because there are men who have been in friends with benefits and they've fallen, and the chick is just like, nah, we just fuck sometimes. Like, I don't understand what this is. So, but it depends on what that person is looking for, where that person is at. Friends with benefits could serve a purpose. I know a girl and a guy, they messed around for on and off for years, but it was more like when he was single and if she was single at the same time, then it's like, what's up? But if they're in a relationship, it is what it is. But I don't have issue with friends with benefits. It's not something that I would want to do at this point. Mm, I don't know. Like, just think of all the things that you're doing, right? You're having really good sex with this individual, right? You got somebody that if you want to go to the movies with, or you want to grab some dinner, or you want to just hang out and kick it and laugh or smoke or whatever it is, or drink, you got someone to do it with. This person isn't like, where you at? What you doing? Who you doing it with? You kind of got that relationship without the title, without the commitment, without any of the heavier stuff that can weigh down a relationship. So, to answer your question, long winded, I've had one friends with benefits that I really wanted something more, one without. And I don't know, I'd be open to a friends with benefits situation, but it just really depends on a lot of things, right? You wouldn't do a friends with benefits situation?
See, this is the thing, man. Listen,
Uh-huh.
black women. I'm talking directly to y'all, right? Y'all
Okay.
always hustling backwards, bro. Listen, this friends with benefits thing, right? Now it's very convenient. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got a friend and then y'all can have sex or whatever, but you're getting the short end of the stick, man. You're just getting, like I said, temporary pleasure. And then you got some guy that you having sex with that he gonna mess up potential partners going forward. I told you, I've met women that have had so-called, just like Thomas mentioned before, best friends, you know what I'm saying, that they was around, but they previously had sexual encounters before. So, you know what I'm saying? So how am I coming into the situation where you got a friend that you had sex with, you know what I'm saying, you kept it around because y'all were just friends with benefits, and then now I'm coming to the picture and I'm just looking at this weird because now you got somebody, like I said, I'm not feeling this, you having your little friends around that you didn't have sex with. That's just a total no for me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I dealt with people like this before. I dealt with this girl. She was from Fort Lauderdale, right? And you know, them
Mm-hmm.
Fort Lauderdale girls, they slick already. She got all these friends and stuff like that that's around her and stuff like that. And she, oh no, we only had sex one time back in the day, this and that. But they still talking. They still talking about best friend and all that kind of stuff. No, that is not how you do it. When you start a relationship, you need to clear out all your baggage, because if you don't, then that's going to interfere with what you got going forward. And you may lose out on the opportunity that you had with someone that you can have a long-term relationship with. And like I said, once you lose your opportunity, And you can never take that for granted because it may never come back again. You may not find nobody else that you might be able to connect with this person because you're layering on with a friend that you've had sex with, and it's not going anywhere. That the friends with benefit thing is staying right there on the surface level. It's a carnal action. You know what I'm saying? It's something that satisfies an appetite that you have at that time. So you need to be a little bit more disciplined. And if you really want something serious, then you need to cut that off because it's going to interfere with you going forward. If y'all just playing, like I said, if it ain't gonna go no further than sex and y'all just being cool and all that stuff, then you're wasting your time, man. And you'll do this like I said. I kept these type of females around forever. Trust me. I used to do this all the time. That's all I was friends with benefits. I would call them every once in a while, see what their status is, and if you're free, hey, what's up? Let's link up. We have a good time all the time. Let's link up. That's just how it goes, man. We ain't stupid. It's not a real friendship for one. Like I said, because
that's what I was about to get at for you.
I had already hit it, so we cool, but it ain't necessarily friends. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stop hustling backwards. I'm just telling y'all. Y'all should listen to me, man. Straight up, dudes will be cool with y'all because he want to keep you in the rotation. Just like Thomas said earlier, he said someone on layaway. You got somebody, you know what I'm saying, that you didn't hit. Y'all already got chemistry, and I can hit her up whenever she's available again. If she start messing with some new dude, you know what I'm saying, I can kind of hate a little bit and be like, well, how's everything going with your new dude? You know what I'm saying? Just to put my feelers out to see if there's any weakness that I can jump in, just like vampires. You know what I'm saying? You let them in the crib, and then, So listen, man, stop hustling backwards, man. I'm trying to tell y'all because if you're really trying to find something serious, then stop playing, man, because y'all wasting all this time with people that's just remaining on the surface level.
So if you're in a friends with benefit situation, and your friend with benefit, she needed like her car broke down and she needed you to change her tire. You're not gonna go out there and change her tire?
Yeah, if I'm available, yeah. But that's just the kind of guy I am. I mean, yeah. But that's still okay. So what is your point?
So could you hang out with her if sex wasn't involved, or is it like every time y'all link up you have to have sex?
It just depends. I wouldn't say every time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'd say, like if I'm keeping you on a rotation, then we just gonna keep that rapport going. I'm gonna find out what's going on with you. I'll give you counsel. If you need help, I'll help you. But there's no commitment. I'm still gonna be hitting other females. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but you don't see her like as a legit friend. You just see her as something to do.
If we're having sex, it's not a real friendship. Okay, let's get this out the way. That's not a friendship if we're having sex because there's other ulterior motives. Like I said, no. Then what is it then? If I'm having sex with you, what is that?
One, like remember when I said it depends on what you look at sex as. If you look at sex between a man and a woman as automatically this intimate thing that only you two can do, and that means so much to you, then yeah, I can see why you say there's no friends in that. But at the end of the day, you're human. That's another thing you say. You're human. Mm-hmm. If you have this friend and you guys find each other attractive and you're both single and you have sex with each other, and it doesn't affect the friendship, I can't say that you're not a friend just because you cross the line. I don't feel like that sex takes you out the friend zone. I can see why someone like you would be uncomfortable with her maintaining that friendship with said individual. So I kind of feel like if you guys are dating someone like Chuck, you probably should lie if you feel like that this is because some friends are like, they're good friends. Some people are good friends regardless of if you clap cheeks with them. They're just good individuals. You might not mesh with them. Everybody feels like, well, just because you're with someone, you have to be with them. I know some people who's been friends for years, ex-wives and ex-husbands. They've been friends for years because they value the friendship and they just don't. Are they still having sex?
They still having sex?
I mean, not now, but they probably did afterwards for a bit.
Listen,
I mean,
back up. Hold on. Let me just say something. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is savage behavior. If you could have sex with somebody and give your vagina up and you don't have no feelings for them, then you're a sociopath, man.
Why do you feel that's different from what men do?
Because listen, it's the same thing with men. I'm not saying it ain't. It's for both sides. It's savage behavior. If you could sit up there and have sex with people and y'all could just be cool, like ain't nothing happened, and then you can move on and there's no emotional attachment, that's savagery. Straight up. It's plain and simple, man. Like I said, but listen, women, like I said, just like with the situation with Angel Reese, they devalue themselves and their bodies. That's why they're showing their bodies to everybody. That's why they're having sex with people with no commitment. This is where the American society is today. There's no morals whatsoever. We can have sex with somebody and still be cool and have no attachments to nobody. Like that's savage behavior. I didn't realize how savage it was until after I stopped. You feel me?
And then I realized, so you were the perpetuator of this behavior.
I was in. Trust me, I've done this for years. I've engaged in this activity. Believe me. Like I said, especially as a woman, this is where our women are in today's society. They are worse than men now. They, like I told you, that's when I realized it was time for me to stop, when women started using me. Now, you know, they was calling me like, what's up, what you doing? Like, they was acting like shit.
Wow.
They was like they was the dudes. And then after I leave, I'm like, hold on, man, this shit just flipped me like that. Like, I don't know.
Because she likes sex. Women like sex.
I know that. But I'm just saying, if you could do this with no type of emotional attachment to a dude you don't care about, you are a savage. Okay?
Untrue.
Yes, it is. You're not saying what you're doing. I didn't think so either when I was doing it.
You're having fun. Sex is a fun activity. It's enjoyable.
Thank you. And like I said, if you could do it without having any type of attachment to a person, then you have no morals. I'm sorry.
I don't think so. I don't think that's true. Because then a lot of black men have no morals.
Yeah, and men and women.
A lot of black men have no morals.
Don't call yourself out of the situation. That's what's happening now. That's why there's so many abortions happening. That's why there's so many relationships that aren't working. It's because it's starting off because of a sexual encounter or whatever the case may be, and there's no type of substance to the relationship whatsoever. It's all about sex. Women got a criteria when it comes to sex. They got in all the other things that you have to have in, you know, for them. That's what I'm saying. That's what guys do. Yeah. That's what guys.
Women have lived unsatisfied for so long. We've not been able to live doing the things that are fun, that are enjoyable. We've lived unsatisfied for so many years. So now women are just like, you know what? Life is too short. We've listened to our great grandmothers and our grandmothers and before who said life is too short. Have fun with life. Enjoy yourself with life. Okay. Women are enjoying life. Now that they're not stuck having to sit here and wait for this man to say, okay, I'm ready to choose you. Men are having such a big issue with it. It depends on how you look at sex. If you feel sex is such an intimate commitment that you only should share your body with your wife, or there's absolutely like that, I think that's great. But I also feel like sex is a fun activity.
Of course, it's fun.
Enjoy it, right? Yeah. You have to find the things that work out for you. It's like y'all want women to come out and have sex with one person, be like, all right, this is all I need. No, we gotta find out what we like. We gotta find what excites us. We gotta find what we're into. So I do agree. And then you have a lot of women who've already been married who like friends with benefits. You know how many women I meet who's been married once and they're like, I wouldn't get married again. It's not for me. They're okay. They like a friends with benefits situation. They need to get their clock clean, and they don't want to sit here and run away with this person and that person. They want to be like, hey, I want to enjoy this. Let's go out and let's have a good time. People are nuanced. People are multi-layered, and people are interesting. It's hard to say like someone is a sociopath. You know what's a real sociopath? You make a commitment to somebody and say, hey, I'm not going to cheat on you. And then you cheat on them all the time. That is more of a sociopath versus a woman who is absolutely single, who has no type of attachments, enjoying a healthy sex life.
I don't agree.
Thomas says the first thing people say is that D or P is mine, especially when the motion rocks the boat. Right. I mean, maybe you got that kind of D, Thomas. Right. that a woman jumps on it and she automatically believes it's hers. But women like to have sex.
Okay, let's look at it. Like again, listen, everybody, listen. Mm-hmm. This is a commonality. Listen, women are rebelling from oppression. That this is where this all individualism comes from. They want to self-empower themselves by saying they can do anything they want with their bodies. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's self-destructive behavior. Like I said, your body is, you only have one body that you have been born with. You need to be more discretion, have more discretion with what you do with it. Don't just anybody hit it like that, man. That's your body. This is your temple. You should be taking care of this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm for real. And when you have this type of behavior, say, you know, you do this when you're young or whatever, and when you get older, it's harder to be satisfied by somebody because you can now compare him to the other 30 or 50.
That's not how women work.
Please.
That is a misnomer in the man community.
That is not. Stop playing.
That's why a lot of women marry men who they're not really into sexually because they're like, well, this is a good guy. You know, he seems cool. You know, and they just suffer with just having sex.
So why are they not into him sexually?
It could be a multitude
because
of reasons.
Because they comparing him to other people that they have, right?
They're not comparing them to other people. It's just, it could be a multitude of reasons. That's, men feel like, oh, I don't want my chick to have a high body count because I don't want her comparing me against nobody else. That's not what's going on.
It's not enough. It's not just a comparing with somebody else. It's that everybody can hit that. So why do I want something that everybody can hit? You feel me?
If she never told you
this one girl that I was talking to, listen to me. I'm gonna tell you. Remember the girl I was telling you that the incredible behind, right? I took her over my cousin's house. We went to a fight, right? Before I even introduced him, he was like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, listen, I don't want nothing that everybody to have like that, man. Straight up.
Oh, so he confirmed that he slept with her.
No, he didn't sleep with her, but his best friend used to be with her. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I found out later she used to be a stripper and all. Like, it was just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm like, bro, I can't do it. I can't do it, man.
So you knowing of one, so how you knew all the guys she slept with, or was just one other guy?
I know all the guys that she slept with, but just the fact that everybody know you. Listen, I don't know. I don't want nobody like that everybody has been with. I'm sorry. That's just ain't me.
She's got one other guy that you know of.
Most guys don't. Straight up. It's not, I'm telling you, like when you putting yourself out there in your body and you have naked and all the time and everybody, we're not looking at you as a wife, man. Straight up. We're looking at you as a bust down. Plain and simple.
And some guys don't. You're right. Some guys do not. You are absolutely right about that. But I also want to bring up the fact that you're comparing a friends with benefits situation, which is in actuality, if done correctly, is supposed to cut down on you trying to sleep with the whole town because you just have this one person that you're sticking to. You comparing her to being run through from having a friends with benefits versus which again, not, you know, if you want to live your life as fine, but versus an actual prostitute who is getting run through, it's a difference. She's sleeping with this one individual. You don't know how many people she slept with. She slept with this one individual. It's not the same thing.
Right.
And go ahead.
You didn't listen to anything that I said. Like I told you. Right. People do that. But all I'm saying is, we're saying, can a friends with benefit turn into a solid relationship? It can. But like I told you, if it does not, then it's stagnant. It's just y'all just having sex. Y'all cool with each other. You know, when you feel that itch, this is who you call. But going forward, you're hustling backwards because anytime you meet a guy, you already got more of an attachment to this other guy than the new guy.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
If you don't, then like I said, it's savage behavior, man.
Because you don't have an attachment to this person in the way that you want to have an attachment to the new one you're meeting. If you wanted to be with this dude, it wouldn't be a friends with benefits situation. It would be your man. So the fact that you are going on a date with this individual, unless you're a person who you have this thought process of you want to be with this person, you're trying to be with this man, you want it to become a solid relationship, then yeah, you would be hustling backwards. If you're dating a guy and you want to be with this man and you're like, this is a great dude, and you guys are friends with benefits, you don't have a great chance of it becoming a solid relationship. I absolutely agree right there. Who will catch feelings first, the man or the woman? Sex, it depends on who it is. I used to be like the woman will catch feelings, but it depends. It really depends on how much who likes you. It comes down to who likes who and who's a bit more open in that mindset. If you look at a guy, the guy who I was talking to was my friends with benefit. There was nothing he can do. There was no amount of money that he can get. There was no type of famous person that he could introduce me to in order for me to be with him, because there was some severe defects that he had that did not feel like boyfriend material for me. So when I went on dates, he wasn't even a factor because I'm not interested in him like that.
You were just a tool.
I was a tool to him. We were that's why he's a benefit. It's a benefit. This is not friends taking advantage. That's all what do. That's what dudes do. If you guys would just find a woman who just really who didn't really like the core of who Chuck was. Like, she don't like Chuck. Chuck is not really the type of man she would ever go for in real life. But Chuck got the tools that you need to succeed. She that's the type of women that most guys who out here running the streets want. You want a chick who will sit there and do everything but give you the relationship. And there are women out there who wants to just have relationships with you. And there are women out there who are just like, nah, I'm just trying to smash you. Choose wisely. So if I'm having sex with one person, it's a relationship. Let's be real. No, I don't think if you're having sex with one person, it's a relationship. I just think that you're having sex with one person.
Okay, so let's go there. Like I said, he's right. That's true. Like, listen. So if you're having a friends with benefits situation and you start dating someone else, so do y'all still remain friends? How does that go with friends with benefits?
It depends. If this is somebody who I've been friends with since I was like in my teens, and we smashed a couple times like in the past, but it's been like 10 years away, I would be honest, because of like this was a guy who, when my ex-boyfriend kicked me out on the street, he gave me a place to stay. Like, but also you have to know the individual. So if this is a guy that you just met like 4 years ago and y'all have just been having sex, there's no need for y'all to be friends, because in your case, you're not really real friends. He hasn't really done anything for you. If you need something, you can't really depend on this nigga for nothing but dick. Like, he has a specific purpose. That's all he has. So for the most part, if it was someone recent, I probably wouldn't even be friends with them, because you know what it is. There's no point, like you said. But if you've been together for many years, y'all have a friendship, that one might be a little bit iffy. But when you go on dates and you talk to people, so me talking to you, I know that would be an issue with you. So either I got to think about, is that a friendship I'm going to want to cut off? Can I have this conversation with this friend? I know, like, this is the kind of guy I really want to be with, so we can't really be cool. Because I've had guys do that. I've seen guys do that. They go and they've had some really good female friends. And when they're ready to get into a relationship, they have those conversations with those female friends or woman friends. And they, they do the mature thing, which I think is great. I think it's great. But I would probably date guys who are just like, oh yeah, they would have the same views of sex when it comes to that.
Well, like I said, it's a delicate situation, man. Like I said, I've had women that I've dealt with that, at the time I wasn't in a relationship mode, and like I said, like relationship, a lot of times timing is probably the most important thing. Somebody, when they're in the mindset of being in a relationship and they want to find that someone, that's the most important thing, that you need to look for, that somebody's really ready to commit if you're trying to turn that into that. Like I told you, I've had many women on the team, and like I said, over the time, like, they realized that, it was just stagnant. I would just call them when I wanted something. They would call me when they wanted something.
Because they was hoping.
Right. But then when I was ready to be serious, like when I actually changed my mindset, like I said, I ran through the list like, man, this person, I remember we was cool. We had real chemistry. I wonder if I just dedicated to her, then, maybe it could work out. But like I said, it was too late at that time. It was like, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? They already knew. They didn't believe that I had actually changed and I wanted more at that time. So like, that's why I say, don't keep a person around that you're not going anywhere with. If all he's doing is providing, or she is just providing that, and you're trying to move on, you have to stop that. That's what I did. So if you think this is a friend with benefits, stop having sex with them and see if they remain friends. That's how you know if they're really a friend. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Y'all can just kick it and, there's no sex that can be involved. That's how you know it's a real friend. That's why I say It's hard. coming from a guy's perspective, I do know guys that have female friends and things like that. But I mean, they would hit that. Now, you know what I'm saying? If they didn't have sex with it before and they remain friends, if y'all still cool after y'all have had sex and then y'all moved on, you can hit that again. Now, don't get it twisted. You can hit it again. If y'all still cool after you hit that, you can hit it again. So, like, that's why I already know how the game is played, man. So I don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can't have nobody no dude that you had sex with around when you're around me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And like I said, after a certain amount of time, listen, y'all, get rid of them damn friends with benefits people, man. It ain't doing it. It's just serving you temporary pleasure. He's just a living dildo, man. That's it. And the guys, I mean, that's the same thing. What are they really providing for you? You know what I'm saying? Just a sexual experience, man. We got to get past that if we're looking to have a relationship with somebody. If not, I mean, if you just want to have fun like Champagne's doing, she's just having fun, then just have fun. I get it. But if you're trying to look for a relationship, if you want something serious, then you got to start changing your ways, or you're going to be stuck in this mode until you damn near in your 50s, 60s years old, man, for real. Let me see what they got to say. Let's see. That sounds like we creeping because the sex was awesome. Ain't no cutoff because I'm in a relationship that has potential to blow up the spot.
What that mean, Chuck?
I think he said something maybe about that earlier. Expound on that, Thomas. You know what I'm saying? And then
it sounds like he's saying that if the friends with benefit sex is good, he's still going to cheat on his girl with the friends with benefit, which is definitely not something you should do. Why are you not talking about that behavior, Chuck? That's savagery. That's a savage behavior.
What that is, like I said, with most men, it's just we just don't have the discipline, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and with women too. Like, it's a discipline thing. That's why you said you think, you know, if you saying that you won't cheat and you cheat, that's a behavior. Like, it's not that we don't care about the person. It's just that we don't have any discipline to turn down sex.
You want to stay with one person. Do.
Yeah, it's the same. Do
what you want to do.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say that was. I think, you know, you being able to have sex with somebody and no feeling is actually more of I would be more dangerous than a person that's just that cheat because they don't have no discipline.
That's
personally.
That is not.
Yes, it is.
That is not more
because let me tell you why.
Okay.
I told you. I talked to he said fellas will play the long game. That's right. Listen, I talked to this bisexual chick, right?
Okay.
And this chick she's a straight sociopath. You know what I'm saying? Okay. She had sex with men and women, right? And she was always like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If me and you get together, you know, at least once or twice a year, you know what I'm saying? We can bring a female in and I'll get her out. I'm like, shit, that sounded good. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, I can't be in no relationship with somebody like this. You know what I'm saying? And she was always lying and she was always like saying little stuff. She was a savage. She'll have sex with, she had like this little barbecue. She invited people over and I'm like, man, she probably didn't have sex with everybody in this room. And I don't even fucking know. She's a savage and just a lying ass. You know what I'm saying? That's a sociopath.
So well, but not because of the sex. She's a sociopath because she's a liar.
She's a big liar, and she's had sex with people with no commitment. Like she had sex with her best friend or her girl. That's her best friend, and she had a dude. She just told me all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, bro, I'm not fucking with you.
Wow. Yeah. So that's. You have a certain type of individual that you be attracted to. No, it's not.
Well, I mean, she was a big chocolate. She was a big chocolate mother. All right, let's just say that. But I'm just saying, man.
Oh my God.
No, I cannot deal with nobody that you could just. That's like Hannibal Lecter. You a killer. You just
not the same thing,
man. Look, if you can sit there and do stuff without feelings or care about any type of human nature, then you're a savage, man.
But sex is human nature. Sex with emotions is not always. Sex has not always been about emotions.
Your body, and we go back into the trials of time. Women's bodies, unless they were prostitutes, were normally held in high regard.
No, they were not.
Unless they were prostitutes.
Go back even. No, they weren't.
Yes, unless they were prostitutes.
Men would let villagers, guys who came in through the city, Men will let these guys who come in through the city, and this has been in various cultures. And if you're a guest in this man's house, he will let you have his way with his wife. That was a way for him to show that, hey, thank you so much for coming here. It was like having, like, would you like a drink? But instead, would you like a drink?
What?
Would
You
you like
sure
to
that
fuck
wasn't
my
his
wife?
that wasn't his concubine?
No, that was not
That
a
was
concubine.
his wife.
These were people. I'll send you the stuff.
That's savage behavior.
You gotta. It's
Well,
women, and then on top of that, you're talking about before things like organized religion came in, before things like logic, and we were just all just animals. People were fucking everybody because sex is a human attribute. But now we've created rules, we've created laws, we've created guidelines. Sex was only really regulated not because you held women in high regard, it's because men wanted to confirm who the paternity of their child were. You didn't have DNA tests back in the day. So in order for you to secure your legacy, you made sure that this woman didn't sleep with nobody else because you could guarantee that those kids are hers.
Okay,
Are yours.
You're talking about. Are you talking about before Moses? Because he did have the 10 Commandments, no adultery. So I mean, what are you talking about here?
I mean, for you to believe, I'm talking about world history.
I'm just saying, regardless of world, yeah, there's been savages, there's people killing and all that, but that's still immoral. What are you talking about? What are we talking about here? Like, we talking like morals, like, okay, let's just give away our vagina without no repercussion.
No, I'm talking about
there's
you
made
a comment about how human nature.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, sex is a human nature thing.
Absolutely.
Right?
And
right. So you wanted to be in a relationship and being in love, that is a new concept. But sex is always something that is a natural thing that people can do.
Of course. Okay. So
it doesn't shock me that people can have sex and not have feelings connected, because you think women were marrying men because they were in love back in the day? No. You married because of property, so you had to learn to like
security. I get that. Well, all I'm saying is you just settled your own argument. When we talked about Angel Reese, you're just saying sex is a natural thing. So if you're showing your body and parading in front of the world, then somebody's gonna want to hit that. Am I right?
Somebody is gonna want to hit that. But I also said that now we have logic, we have rules, we have decorum. Shaq knows better. He knows about logic and rules and decorum. And I guarantee you, if that was a white girl who dressed like that on the internet, Shaq would have never said nothing to that little white girl.
Who knows?
He would have never said, because he hasn't. There's been white girls around him. He's been dressed seductively. He doesn't talk to him off the wall like that. And then also, again, it's just the fact that you can't portray. What makes it really creepy, that's like you talking about, oh, I'm a big brother. If you need me, I'm here for you. I can mentor you. You coming at me that way.
Yeah, and then next time big D's. Hey, this is Big D's. Give me up.
And then next you talking about you trying to fuck me. Like, you just came off talking about you looking out for me. So yes, I'm gonna look at you creepy. That's the difference. Yeah. It's a lot.
So it was only creepy because of the age gap then, right?
It's creepy because of multiple things. The age gap, the attractiveness, the fact that he tried to push himself off as, hey, I'm your big uncle. Hey, come look at me. I got you. I'm gonna protect you. But you're not, because now it just comes. And guys do that all the time. Dudes will come through and they will make it seem like it's called, try to make you seem crazy. I remember this guy. He had talked to me and we were walking in the parking lot from church. Walking in the parking lot from church. And he was like, well, what do you do? And we're just having a regular conversation. I'm like, oh, I work in marketing. He's like, all right, cool. So we exchanged numbers. He gave me his business card. I text him my number. All right. So we're texting. And then you looked at you start paying attention to the comments like, this a little sideways. Like, you don't. Then it becomes, so when can I take you out to dinner? Denied. All right. Because you came off in this way. You can't do that to people. Look. If you are a woman who's looking for you're looking to get married, you're looking to be in an established relationship, one, don't get into a friends with benefits, because you cannot fuck yourself out of that position. Yeah, a lot of women feel like you can fuck yourself into being a girlfriend. If a man wants you, he's going to come and get you. You will not have to do all of that. Don't do that. But if you are a woman and you like, I hate relationships and F these niggas and I'm just trying to get my stuff licked. Have at it, sis. But just know that guys like Chuck, they don't like that you're enjoying your sexuality. So make sure you lie to him. Make sure
Anyway,
make sure you lie.
That's what I'm saying. That's an example of the feminist movement right there. It ain't
Make
no
sure you lie.
morals. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Let's get
what
through.
the morals.
I'm gonna get through this comment. Okay, he said you can't keep friends with benefits if you're in a serious relationship. That's true. You gotta, you need to do that. Pimping Jesus. But hey, that's the end of our time, y'all. Which we have more time to talk about it. But we do not. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Any last words that you want to say before we get up out of here?
Hey, don't forget come and check out my YouTube channel, Champagne Please. I'm putting up the video about Meg Thee Stallion's documentary that she just released. So come meet me over there.
All right. Hey, and listen, everybody. Like I said, final word for me. If you do have a friend with benefit situation and you want to change and you want something more serious and turn it into a solid relationship, you got to see if this is the person that you want to be with. If not, you are wasting your time. You got to stop that and you got to move on without baggage. So make sure if you're looking for something more serious, that friends with benefit thing, if it's not working, you got to cut it off, man, because you just deep and dive, you getting deeper and deeper into it. And the longer they're there, the harder it is to get rid of them. Okay. Until next time, listen, join us for Thursday Night Therapy this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then again, back here on the Love and Pain show every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We really appreciate that. And listen, if you have any ideas about topics or anything,
thank you,
please.
Thomas.
Yeah, right. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, twin. And send it to us if you got any ideas of what y'all want to talk about, man. Let's get this thing together, man. And let's just talk about it because it's just rough out here in these streets, dog. Trust me. But anyway, until next time, peace.